Still there are 16 participants only. But fine, let's start the session and they will refer the video. We should not waste the time. So let me share my screen again. So far, do you have any doubt? Those who are present here, let me know if you have any doubt. Yes, anything if you are not getting, let me know. Because database connectivity is very critical part of your application. So you need to understand each and everything in detail. Still, I have not explained the way I am explaining physically. Somehow I don't know why today I have not enjoyed. But still, I hope that you people have got it. And if yes, then it is good. Yes or no? So far, is it clear? Then I can start the next operation, which is update. So this is very easy. Update and insert are almost similar. Okay, great. So now for update the values, what we will do? We will update the values based on any one column. So as of now, let's say we have four columns: first name, last name, marks, and ID. So it is always better that you update the values based on the ID because ID is unique. So for example, if I want to update the value which is at ID number 3, so I can update it. So to do that kind of stuff, I need to add one more row here, which is ID. So let me copy this edit text for ID and let's give ID and here enter an ID for update. And so what we are going to do, whenever I will launch the application, I will give all the details, like let's say at ID number 2 I want to change first name, last name, marks, or any one detail. So everything I need to enter here, and when I will click on update button, then the data will be updated. Fine. So based on ID we will check whether the data is updated or not. So similarly, let me put one more button for update. Let's copy this, paste, and btn update. Let's say update data. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to the Java file and let's give one more button for update. Let's give one more edit text for ID. Find ID of the edit text, which is ID. Find view by ID. r.id.edt ID. Similarly, find the ID for button, which is update. Equal to find view by ID r.id.btn update. And let's implement the click event of the button. What is the name? Update. Update. What is the name? It's update only. Update dot set y. Okay, I'm putting it outside. That's why. Update dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. So the way we were creating methods for inserting data, method for getting the data, similarly we will create one more method for updating the data. So let's create the method which is similar. Let's say public boolean update data. So I want to update everything. So let me go with all the columns. Let's say I want to update ID. I want to update first name. I want to update last name, and I want to update marks also. Let's say this is f name. And so from the main activity, we will call this method. We will pass the values from edit text. So all four values we will pass here, and here we will update the values. So update means we are again writing the values. We are inserting the value, so it will be overwritten to the previous value. So for that we need to do the same thing. Just copy this code. SQLite database db equal to this dot get writable database. Then whatever we were doing in inserting the values, we need to do the same thing. So just copy everything, and let's paste it here. So what we have done, we have created the object of content values. Now in the first name I'm storing f name, and in the last name I'm storing l name. In the marks I'm storing marks, which is small, and one more which is id, cv dot put id, where I'm giving id. That's it. Now what we are doing in update the values, the same thing which we were doing in inserting the value, we are doing the same thing, because ultimately we want to write the new values. So whatever new values we will get in these parameters, all the values will be written in this again. But now in the same row we need to update the value. So instead of insert, we need to call the update method. So let me call that method. You can see the method is here, update, which needs few parameters. First parameter is your table name. Second one is your where clause, where you will write your condition, and third one is your string value. So what we will do, first we will write the table name. So table name is this table name. Now second parameter, we need to write where clause. Sorry, it is not where clause, it is content values. So actually there are four parameters. Fine. So I will have to pass the object of this content values, which is cv. So let me write cv. And third one is where clause. So what I want to update, I want to update the value where id is equal to something. So do you know what does it mean if I write like id equal to, what is the question mark? Yeah. Do you know the meaning of this? If I write id equal to question mark, then what does it mean? Yes or no? So this is how I can define the where clause in Android. So whatever ID user will give, let's say ID is 2, so it will pass here. So question mark will be replaced with this ID. So ID is 2, it will be considered like that. Fine. And last parameter is the string array. So whatever ID we will get, we will have to pass this ID in the string. So we will create the array. Fine. And see, you cannot write ID because in my table it is not small letter. I was doing mistake, it is capital. So I need to write capital ID only. So what it will do, it will update the value on this table name, will put all the values where this object of content value is there. What is the where clause? Original ID is new ID, which is 2. Let's say I want to update the value at ID 2. So id equal to 2. Instead of question mark, it will get 2. And this is the original column. Are you getting this? Yes or no? Make sure that you give the column name here, not the local parameter. Earlier I had given the local parameter, which was wrong. Yes. So whatever ID I will pass here, let's say I'm passing 2 or 3 or 4, whatever, that ID will be replaced with this question mark. So it will be considered as a db.update this table with this content value where ID is 2, and let me open this update method. You will come to know. You can see here table name, content values, where clause, and string where argument. So whatever I am doing here, I need to store in one of the string variable or string array. So that I'm going to do. So what I can do, I can create the string array. So how I can create the string array? I can write using new keyword. I can create it. You might be aware about this. And I want to create the string array. And what value I want to give? Whatever ID user has given, I want to give that value. That's it. So it will be stored in this string array. Again, I'm repeating. To update the value, I need 4 values, 4 parameters. First one is your table name, then object of content values, where clause. So for example, if I want to update the value at ID number 1, so I will write ID 1. So it will update the value where ID is 1. So this ID which is 1 I'm passing, that I need to store in this string variable also. Fine, because in this update method you can see here whatever varargs you are passing, that you need to store in string so that it matches the parameter. That's the only thing which I need to do. And if everything goes right, at the end it will return true. That's it. We have updated the value. Now the only thing is we need to call this method update data from the main activity. So let's call this method using the object of db helper. We already have the object helper dot method is update data, and I can pass all 4 values. I am having ID, I am having first name, last name, and marks. So for each and everything, what I will do, I will get the values from the edit text. So let's say I want to, you need to map the appropriate parameter. First one is for ID, then F name, L name, and marks. Okay. So first you need to get the ID, and for ID, what is the edit text? Edit text ID dot get text dot toString, comma. For first name, what is the ID? It is edit text fname dot get text. So whatever we were doing in insert, same thing you need to repeat, comma, edit text lname dot toString dot, sorry, edit text dot get text dot toString, and edit text marks dot get text dot toString. Is it clear? Are you clear with this step? Yes or no? Are you clear with this step? I am calling update data method by passing all 4 parameters. તો અહીંયા આપણે જે 4 પેરામીટર આપશું, it will be the updated values. આ બધી અપડેટેડ વેલ્યુ અહીંયા જશે અપડેટ ડેટા મેથડમાં, અહીંયા પાસ થશે, ત્યાંથી બધી ફરીથી કોલમમાં પ્લેસ થશે, કોલમમાં પ્લેસ થાય અને જે આઈડી હશે ત્યાં using this method it will update the value. At the end it will return true. So now we just need to confirm આનો આન્સર મને true મળશે. So again let me store this value in boolean. Let's say boolean result update. Fine. And let's put the condition if result update equal true, then you can display the toast message which is data is updated, or else you can display the toast message data is not updated. Is it fine? That's it. We have updated the values. Let me know if you have any doubt, or else let me run this file. I hope it is clear. Great. So now let me run this file. See, now you don't need. Why I am not able to? Okay, now you don't need this browser. Let me close this. So application is ready. Now let's say I want to update the value at ID number 2, and let me replace the value. So let's say Siddharth Pandya is also clever. Let me give 90, 91 or 92, whatever. ID is 2. Earlier, if you remember, at ID number 2 it was I think Nikhil. Let me get the data first. You can see here at ID number 2 name is Nikhil Parmar and marks 90. Fine. So now what I have done, first name I have written Siddharth, last name Pandya, score is 92 and ID is 2. When I will click on update data, let me click on update data, you can see I am getting data is updated. It means my data is successfully updated. Now let me get the data again, and you can see at ID number 2 now Nikhil is not there. Nikhil has got failed. Fine. Are you getting me? So this is how you can update the value. Similarly, say for example, if I want to update the value at index number 1, I am not very poor, I am clever. So let me replace the things. I don't want to update the name, but I just want to update the score. I am also a very good competitor. So let me give 90 at index number 1 and update the data. Let's get it. Now you can see I also got 90. So we all are having good competition. 90, 92, 90. Krunal is way ahead, 99. Okay, now I got the off. And let me update the value. And now I am ahead. Fine. So this is how you can update the values at particular ID. Is it clear? Any doubt? It's very simple. The way we were inserting the data, similarly we can update the values. Let me know if you are not getting, or if you want more clarification at anywhere, or else I am done with the update operation. And lastly, we will go with the delete. Yes, is it fine, everyone? Okay, great. So now for a delete also, let me open the XML again. Let's place one more button for delete. Content IDs delete, text is delete, and text size 30. Go to the Java file. See, we have written a big code. Create one more object for delete. Find this using find view by ID. You just need to follow all these steps, otherwise it is very easy. Use this. delete equal to find view by id r dot id dot btn delete, and let's implement the click event of delete button. This is for update. So straight away let me delete dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. Fine. So this is the click event of delete button. Now go to the db helper file. Similarly, create one more method for deleting the value. So let's say the method is delete data. Now what I want to delete. So again, for deleting the data, you need any one column based on which you will be deleting the data. So again, it is always advisable that you go for id. Like if I'm having five rows, and let's say I want to delete an entire row which is at id number 2. So for that I need to pass id. So let me give id. Fine. Now and for deleting you need to copy this file, sorry, this line, just copy it. You can paste it, and now you don't need to do much of the things. You can simply call the delete method, which is of this SQLite database class. So you can write db dot, the method is delete, which needs again number of parameters. One is your table name, then where clause and string array. So whatever we were doing in the update, same thing we need to do here. Instead of content values, we need to pass all the remaining parameters. That's it. So let's write table name. Second parameter is where clause. So again it is similar. So here if the value is deleted, then what I can say, I will get 1 or else I will get 0. So based on that we will check, but don't worry, as of now let me go with database name, sorry, table name is this table name. Where clause, we need to go with the same case, which is id equal to question mark, same whatever we were doing in the previous thing where I was about to update the value. And the next one is the string value. So you need to create the string array, and inside that string array you can simply give the id. So same thing you need to repeat. Instead of update, the method name is delete. That's the only thing which we are doing. And at the end you will have to return something. So what we will have to return. So again, for this, either I can return the entire things like this, if you are getting like this, and here I can give the return type. So for this delete method, first I need to see what is the return type for this method. Let me go to the delete and you can see the return type is integer. And as I said, it will return 0 or 1. So ultimately the return type is integer. So what I can do, I can either I can write like this, public integer delete data, and then I can simply return the entire method, or else what I can do, I can go with integer answer equal to this, and then I can return answer. Both the ways are possible. So let's make it uh, together. Let's write return this. So either it will return 0 or 1 based on the output, and it will return the integer values. So now we need to go to the main activity file again, and we'll have to write the logic here. So we need to call this method. What is the name of the method? Delete data. So we need to call this method from on click. So while calling the method, what should I do? I can write helper, which is the object of db helper dot, and you can see here all the method. What is the method? Delete data, and I need to give the id. Yes, is that okay? Fine, so I need to give the ID now. So what is the ID? And that I should get from the edit text. So edit text ID dot get text dot toString. So whatever ID I will write in the edit text, it will pass in this method, which is delete data, and it will delete the entire row where the ID is common. And after deletion, what I will get? I will get the integer value. So let me write the type also. Let's say integer integer answer, and here I can say if my answer SWR, okay, why I'm not getting it? What is the error? Answer greater than 0. Okay, there is no error. So if my answer greater than 0, it means data is deleted. So whenever the data will be deleted, as I said, you will get 0 or else you will get 1. So here simply you can write the toast message and you can say data is deleted. Sorry, if it is 0, then data is not deleted, and if it is 1, then data is deleted. So make sure that you write the proper condition. So let's say for my case, if I'm going to delete the data where ID is 2, and if that ID is available, then data will be deleted. So I will get 1 in the answer, and which is greater than 1. So I will get this message, data is deleted. Else I will get the message, data is not deleted. So many times if we try when ID is not there and still if we try to delete the data, at that time we will get this message, data is not deleted. That's it. Is it clear so far? Yes or no? If appropriate ID is there and if it deletes the data, then you will get 1. So in that case, this condition will be true and you will get the toast message, data is deleted. Or else you will get the toast message, data is not deleted. Let's see. It should work. And if it works, then I will end the marathon session. Let me first get the data. So as of now, I am having 4 rows, and let's say I want to delete the third entry, which is at index number 3. So simply what I can do, I can pass 3 in the ID and I can click on delete button. Data is deleted. Now let me get it again and you can see that entry is not there. Similarly, if I want to delete the last entry, I can give 4. Just delete it. Data is deleted. Let me get the data. Now there are 2 entries only. So this is how you can delete the data from your SQLite database. Fine, so I am done with all the operations. I have explained entire CRUD operation of SQLite database. So now in your application, whenever you want interaction with the database, you can create the database, you can create the table, and if you want to insert, then you can insert the data the way we have inserted. You can delete, you can update, everything is possible. And for each and everything, you can see the methods. So I will share the entire code today only so that you can practice it. And see, there is nothing which is complex. If you will practice it for 1 or 2 times, then you will be able to remember each and every method easily. Because it's very simple. For inserting, you just need to use the content value. Just put the value in key value pair and call the insert method. That's it. To get the data, you can use row query select star from table. Whatever value you will get, it will be in the cursor. So you can separate the value of cursor. You can separate it out by putting this logic. While res.move to next and using getString by passing various index, you can get it. Similarly, for updating the data, you can update all the values at particular ID, and for deleting the data, you can use the delete method. So database interaction is very easy, but you just need to stick with the basics. You need to follow all these steps and need to perform it. It will be done easily. Fine. Any doubts? Or else I'm done. I'm done with the database connectivity. So as a part of activity, what you can do, you can create this kind of similar database. You can add more columns instead of 4. You can go with 5 to 6 columns, or even you can reduce the columns. And whatever data you get using this fetch method, let's say I'm getting the data in res, and in this example I am showing it in the dialog. Fine. So instead of dialog, try to display all the columns in the custom list view. First row must be in the first row of the custom list view. Second row of the database table must be in the second row of the custom list view. Something like that. Are you getting me? એટલે તમારે હોમવર્કમાં you can do like this. Let's say this is your custom list view, and if you have 4 columns, then you can write, let's say this is for id, this is for first name, this is for last name, and last one is for marks. So all the details I want in this row, which is a row of the custom list view. Similarly, second row of table must be displayed here, all 4 details or 4 columns. Similarly in third, similarly in fourth, like this. Fine. So you can try, and if you are not able to do it, I will explain you how to do it. As a part of activity, this is what you need to do. You can go with three columns also. In that case, instead of 4, just go with 3. Display values of all 3 columns in each and every row of custom list view. That's it. And now you know how to implement custom list view also. And now you know how to get the data from database also. So now you just need to connect both the things. You can use internet also. I don't have any problem. Fine. So just go for it, try, and if you are not able to do it, let me know, and we will do it together. So okay, that's it for today from my side. Now if you want to discuss anything, if you have any query, then let me know, or else we will end the session. If you want to discuss anything, then you are free. If you have any problem, if you are not getting anything, if you want more clarification, see, as I said, still I have not enjoyed the entire session because I don't know why, but due to my health, I was not able to explain it clearly. My health is not good, but still I tried, and I hope that you got it. Yes, you need to implement it by your own. So by practice only you will come to know how exactly it works, because for the first time only it is little bit complex, but if you understand it carefully, then it is very easy. Fine. So as a conclusion, let me summarize the entire thing. We have started with this class. First we can create the DB helper class. You can give any name, it is not that DB helper only. You can give database helper, you can give helper only, you can give your name. It is, after all, it is user defined class. So create one more class, then make the subclass of SQLite open helper. Then you can implement all the methods, you can implement the constructor, give the database name, table name, then Once the database and table is created, you can insert the value using one of the method, which is insert data. This is also a user defined method. So it is not needed that you need to go with the methods only. But if we write everything in the single file, then you will find it very complex. That is why I have created the separate class. Otherwise, this DB helper class you can create inside this class only. This is also possible, but it is always advisable to create the separate class so that we can have a separate track of both the classes.